Well, at Versailles restaurant in Little Havana, the Cuban coffee today came with a side of politics. President Trump's victory in Florida last night dominated the conversations. Some continue the celebrations with confidence in a Donald Trump re-election because of the win in Florida. Late last night, the president's stronghold with Hispanics, especially Cuban Americans in South Florida, was on full display.
I don't like handouts. I don't appreciate them. I worked hard to get here. So did my parents. So did a lot of these people here. And that's what I want. That's what I want for the rest of America.
The sharp turn to the left and the extreme ideology that the Democratic Party is taking is losing the Latino vote.
And with the win in Florida, his base in Little Havana told us this morning they are hopeful and confident.
Two of Florida's big races were in the 26th and 27th congressional districts. Miami-Dade Mayor Carlos Gimenez is on his way to Washington after defeating incumbent Democrat Debbie Mucarsel-Powell in a close race. In the 27th district, Republican Maria Elvira Salazar defeated incumbent Democrat and former University of Miami president Donna Shalala. A day after their upset victories, Republicans Carlos Gimenez and Maria Elvira Salazar are speaking about their goals as members of Congress.
Their victories radically changed the face of the county's delegation. In January, 3 of the 5 people representing Miami-Dade will be Republicans. CBS 4's Peter Dent joins us live from South Miami with the latest on this transition. Peter.
Well, Elliot, we spoke with both Maria Elvira Salazar and Carlos Gimenez one-on-one. Gimenez told me he feels that many voters rejected his opponent as being too liberal, and both said their #1 priority was rebuilding the economy in these troubled times. Maria Elvira Salazar dances while celebrating her victory in the 27th Congressional District. She is ecstatic after defeating Donna Shalala, who she had lost to 2 years ago. Why do you think you won this time?
I won because I was in the community for 18 months. I was working every day. This is the ultimate melting pot.
A top goal?
The economy, and the economy. That's why I'm sure that you guys have heard I'm going to put together an employment division within my congressional office. There are $175 billion available for the small business.
What would you do about the pandemic? Anything in particular about the pandemic?
Well, I think that we should continue wearing masks. Social distancing, very important. There's a vaccine around the corner.
There are currently 5 people representing Congress in Miami-Dade's delegation. Currently, there is just 1 Republican. In January, Salazar will be among 3 Republicans representing the county, including Mario Diaz-Balart and Carlos Gimenez in the 26th Congressional District. Gimenez defeated another incumbent, Debbie Mucarsel-Powell.
I think that the voters in that district approved of the way that I was handling the COVID-19 pandemic here. I took a middle-of-the-road approach with how we handle it.
As Miami-Dade mayor, he says he listened to health experts.
Some people thought we should be opening more. Some people thought we should be stricter, and so I kind of took a middle-of-the-road. I also think that my opponent, her views were too far to the left.
Gimenez says his first goal is to restore the economy.
People need jobs, need their jobs back. When you have a good job, a lot of things that kind of take care of themselves.
As for the pandemic,
get that vaccine out as soon as possible. Get the people to have confidence in that vaccine so that we can stop wearing masks and we can get back to normal.
Now, Gimenez said he does not want to fundamentally change the way this country is. He will be Miami-Dade mayor for the next 2 weeks. He also said that his opponent, Debbie Mucarsel-Powell, had not called him yet to concede. She has said she is waiting for all the votes to be counted. We're live in South Miami. Peter Dench, CBS 4 News.